Welcome everybody to the channel. We've got an absolute blinding video for you today. We've got the GoPro Hero 13 versus the Insta360 Go Ultra, and we're going to be finding out which one of these two action cameras really does give us the best image quality. Let's get straight into it. So that's right, we've got the GoPro 13 versus the Insta360 Go Ultra. We're going to be putting them head to head to find out which one gives us the best video quality. It's important as we go through these comparison clips that you let us know which one you prefer. Now make sure you stick around because one of these cameras has a complete meltdown on me, and I'll be revealing which camera that is later in the video. Now we've got both cameras recording at 4K 25 frames per second, and both are in complete auto mode when it comes to colour profile and camera settings. Now both cameras' field of view was set to wide. As you can see, there is a slight difference, and this will become apparent why later in the video. The price of the GoPro Hero 13 when I purchased it was £400 UK, but now can be had for £275. And the price of the Insta360 Go Ultra is currently £325 UK. Let me know your thoughts about the price of both of these cameras in the comment section down below. Now don't go anywhere because this is where the test started to get interesting. And as you see, the GoPro Hero 13 decided to stop recording, and this was down to overheating. Now the temperature at the time was 8 degrees, which is roughly 45 Fahrenheit, and yes, just like you, I was absolutely gobsmacked. But little did I know, this was just the start of my problems. Anyway, I let the camera cool down, and just like all my comparisons, I wanted to do a vlogging test, so that's exactly what I did. With a lot more people using this type of camera for vlogging, it's important that we do a vlogging style test. Things I'm particularly interested in is how each camera handles skin tone, and how they handle being backlit with bright sunlight, just like in this clip here. Again, let me know which one you prefer in the comment section down below. Now just like all my other tests, we're going to walk through a tunnel to see how both of these cameras handle the transition in lighting. Now it's worth me mentioning that neither of these cameras is flickering, it is actually a broken light, and you're very lucky that you can't smell what this tunnel smelt like. I think this tunnel under Westminster Bridge turns into the local toilets later at night. In fact, it should be renamed to Piss Pot Alley. And as you see, once again, the GoPro Hero 13 stopped recording. Now this wasn't due to overheating, it had run out of battery. The problem with this was we had 100% battery literally 5 minutes before, and it had eaten through the whole battery. Not only was it eating through batteries, it had other issues as well. The settings would change every time I powered it on or started recording. The camera would no longer connect to the app. Not only that, it was getting extremely hot to the point where you couldn't hold the camera. So that's when I knocked the test on the head and decided to reach out to GoPro.
Hey GoPro, my Hero 13 is having a meltdown. Any chance of a replacement?
Now GoPro were really helpful and apologetic for all the issues I had with the Hero 13, and they said they'll replace it under warranty, and that's exactly what they've done. So that means we can continue the test, and next we're going to be looking at both of these cameras' stabilization and how it affects image quality. So yeah, we had a little bit of an issue with the GoPro Hero 13, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to get straight on with the stabilization test. Now as you can see, we've gone for an afternoon jog and we've got the camera set up with their stabilization set to standard. Now the thing with stabilization is it doesn't really change the image quality from the camera, but it can make the clip really annoying and unwatchable. So again, let me know which one you prefer in the comment section down below. Now one scenario that can really affect stabilization in action cameras is when it's low light. So let's go for a morning jog. My first thoughts watching this clip back is, what the hell has happened to the colour on the GoPro Hero 13? And why is the footage so terrible? And we'll be finding out exactly why very soon. Now looking back over the stabilization footage, I really thought the GoPro Hero 13 with its history would easily beat the Insta360 Go Ultra. But in my opinion, the Insta360 Go Ultra was the better quality. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now if you're enjoying this video, please give it a big thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button down there also. Now what happened to the GoPro Hero 13 footage in that last clip? Well, we're going to find out next with our low light test. Now when it comes to low light recordings, as you've already seen, the difference between these two cameras is like night and day. No, I really do mean it's like night and day. The Insta360 Go Ultra automatically detects when it's in low light and switches into its low light recording mode. Whereas the GoPro Hero 13 unfortunately doesn't have a low light mode, and like I say, the difference between the two cameras is really like night and day. And as we head across this road into a really dark alley which is known as Tiggleball Lane for reasons that I'm not going to disclose on this channel, the difference between these two cameras only becomes wider. Again, let me know your thoughts about each of these cameras and which one you prefer in the comment section down below. And whilst we're recording at night, let's see how both of these cameras handle a vlogging style setup. And no, the GoPro Hero 13 hasn't powered off again, it is actually recording still. Trust me, I am there somewhere. Now the reason I'm looking terrified in the footage is because I'm walking around a churchyard at 11 o'clock at night. Right, one final low light clip and then we'll get on with my verdict about both of these cameras. So where does this leave us with these two cameras and which one is the better choice? Well, even if we ignore the issues we had with the GoPro Hero 13 at the start of the video, the Insta360 Go Ultra is still the better choice. Not only does it have more features built into it, better stabilization and low light performance, it's also lighter and smaller than the GoPro Hero 13. It can also do this. Now what about the GoPro Hero 13? Well, it's not a bad camera, it's just that if you're filming in anything other than daylight conditions, the image quality starts to fall apart. And the really worrying thing about the GoPro, where they used to be the market leader with action cameras, they're no longer just one generation behind the latest crop of action cameras, they're now 2 or even 3 generations behind. Now if you own either of these two cameras, let everybody else know your experience with them in the comment section down below. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. As I said, the Insta360 Go Ultra is my winner between these two cameras. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below for future videos. Thanks for watching, see you soon.